Hey Legacy community, it's TerraMaster, and now that we are done with the Battle City Box review series, it is time to start some Battle City Box format replays. Now this is from a testing tournament, which as soon as the box spoilers came out, not even the box, I thought, man, I want to host a testing tournament, and I realized, you know what, I have a Discord, I have the power to do that, so I did. And that's when this tournament took place, and that's why we already have results, and I've had them for a little bit now. But I'm not doing this alone. I have Rook from Rook's Table here with me today. What's up, dude?
Hey man, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to see these because shout out to these guys that are already trying to tinker with the early meta. I think we're gonna see some good stuff.
Yeah. It's Duel Links player, which is Lucas, and it's Yugioh. So they're always in the midst of these tops and these tournaments, and they're always determined to figure out what the meta is before anyone else. They're two of the best players in the community, so it's expected.
Definitely two well-respected players. You see these names a lot in the community online, which is the only community right now, so they know their stuff.
Right, exactly. All right, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors, and Lucas wins because he's going to prove that this is a rock meta.
Yeah. Please show me the Magnet Warriors.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
We got
we do have Magnet Warriors. There you go.
Okay. We're showing cards. Yeah, we got Magnet Warriors, thank goodness, and then it looks like we got Jinzo. Oh, and we got Newdoria, so we're splashing in some old stuff. Yeah. Yugioh with all new box stuff in the hand. I'm assuming, you get a deck like Magnet Warrior, a deck like Union combination, you're going to see that there's going to be a lot of cards from the box. You might splash a couple cards in, but a lot of synergy coming right from the box.
Yeah, I mean, the box just has so many good cards. If you're going to build a deck like Magnets, which like the core of the deck is in the box, there's so many good staples in the box, there's really not a lot you need from the old card pool.
Exactly. Whereas Lucas looks like he's doing Inner Conflict, and he's bringing some stuff from the old stuff.
Yeah, but he does have some upgrades here with the Solar Exchange and the Spell Cancelers, so like I'll tell you, Lucas already told me like this is meant to be kind of like a stun deck where he stops your spells and then he stops your traps. Or
that is nasty.
Yeah, that is
Spell Canceler. Yeah, another good one that got added. All right, we're seeing Magnetic Attraction already.
Yeah.
With Beta out and Gamma in hand.
Right, so this is usually used to search Delta if they don't open it. Because Delta is the one you want, because Delta is the one that allows you to fill up your graveyard with the magnets to either bring back with the field spell or to go ahead and remove them for Delta's effect to summon the Valkyrian.
Yeah, Delta hits the grave, you get Valkyrian, right? You just need it in hand, and you need all of the magnets in the grave.
Right.
That's why Foolish Burial will work really well here too.
Yeah. And he's going to go ahead and use his skill's second effect too, where he revealed two Magnet Warriors in his hand. Lucas already knows the Delta, he revealed the Gamma, and he can search the Valkyrian.
There we go.
And the image, for some reason, took a minute to load. Okay, thanks, Dueling Book.
So now we got tons of Magnet Warriors here.
Okay, show it again to confirm.
Yeah, I was like, no, another equipped deck. He's equipping Gamma to Betas. What is this, Union PTSD?
Rock Union. Okay. All right, and we do another show. All right, here we go. So
Inner Conflict right off the bat. This is where it happens. We're going to tribute for, I'd say, Jinzo here? Yeah, it's Jinzo.
Yeah,
we're assuming that's
although that was the wrong call, because that is a Book of Moon.
Book of Moon's going to be especially nasty here. Going to play against Jinzo. We can activate it here. We are.
Yep.
So Spell Canceler would have been the play. What's the attack on Spell Canceler?
Spell Canceler attack is 18, so 18. It would have been good enough.
So it's really more about the utility because we can see a 4-star go over that. But so Jinzo might have been the right play. I mean, he's got to be able to beat over 1500 defense, which looks like he's going to be able to with Delta. So.
I think, though, especially against Magnets, Spell Canceler might be the right play because you already know every Magnet deck is going to have the field spell. So, if nothing else, you want to take that away from them.
So when Magnet Field's on the field, it's just negated, right? It's just a dead card on the field. Or is it, yeah, Spell Canceler would have been great there.
Yeah. So here comes the field, and he gets once per turn revive.
Interesting to see Inner Conflict right away because he wasn't going for an OTK. I think he was just going for some serious momentum. But now he can't use his skill, and he's 2,000 life points down. He's going to take another 1,700 here. He has no hand trap. Yeah. That is nasty how that turns around. It was just on the judgment call to get Jinzo out there. Book of Moon is nasty right now.
Yeah, it really is, especially if you're opponent is going hard on Jinzo, Book of Moon is probably the best like protection you could possibly have. And this doesn't really look good for Lucas, I have to say, because the magnetic field, he doesn't really have a way to get rid of it. He could Soul Exchange into Spell Cancer, but that's the only option he's really got right now, because otherwise that magnetic field is going to overwhelm him.
Yeah, and Spell Canceller is higher attack right now, so
yeah,
we don't have to think about it dying in the battle phase for now. Yeah. Although we know that he's got Valkyrian. I mean, he's got magnets. He's got all the magnets. Just drew another beta.
Yeah, but that doesn't really help here. There's no rank 4 overlay, unfortunately.
Yeah, could you imagine? I'm wondering if so. I wonder if the play is 3 of each, or if we're doing 2, 2, and 2. We'll have to see the deck list after this. But there's Delta.
I think one of each is good, and then you don't want any more alphas just because alpha is so bad in stats. The worst. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can search it. You can grab it.
Yeah.
Another way.
So look, he is on the triple beta though. We see him right there.
Yeah, triple beta. Well, beta's the cutest, so you got to use 3 of those.
Yes, of course.
And then gamma's okay. Delta's great.
Oh, look at this genius move right here. He's going to suicide his beta in, then he's going to suicide the delta in, so that he's got enough.
Is that all 3?
Yeah, that's 3.
So here comes the Valkyrian, and we're still in the battle phase. That's a great part about this. So you get rid of Delta in the battle phase. Now is the bad call that Spell Canceller was actually higher attack, because Valkyrian comes out. That's a 3,500 attack monster. There's the boss monster. We have nothing in hand that's going to stop that. Nidoriya, Zambina's too slow. And wow, first game for GN. Magnet Warriors are valid. Are valid, and it was thanks to Book of Moon, though. You know,
it was. Yeah. But that was a really good play at the end there too, where he was able to use the attack points of Spell Cancer being higher in his favor.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the game a year ago was all about just, is my attack higher than yours? Okay. But now we are definitely seeing more, all right, well, if I run this into you, then you're in trouble. You know, it really started, well, it started with Swordswoman, but then you saw something like Hyper Hammerhead, and now you're seeing this. Yeah. We got the magnet set up already with a beta, alpha, and delta, and a Book of Moon. Very consistent. Very consistent. Is this 20 cards? Yeah, this is 20.
The skill makes it really, really consistent, which is what I think makes it probably one of the 2 best skills in the box, like you said, with Union Combination.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
this deck, Union Combo deck, is going to be, I think they're going to be pretty top.
Oh yeah.
But, and it's great though, because they're not brain dead, you know? There's some level of thinking in the high level synergy. We're seeing Zoma in Lucas's hand, so definitely clinging to some of these old ones. I mean, Zoma's always going to be a good one.
Yeah. The only thing that might scare someone off of Zoma, though, is the presence of Breaker in the format now, but obviously you're not going to see that in a deck like this.
Right. It's a good staple, and you could technically splash it in if you wanted to, but I don't think the deck has room for it, to be honest. You're playing something like Magnet Warriors, you're using all 20 cards on your magnets.
Right, exactly, yeah. That's the thing I think about both the new decks that are good, which is Magnets and Unions, is that the core of the deck is just so big, and you want to keep it to 20 because you don't want to draw like cards that disrupt your combos. So
for sure. So we sat. Okay, we got in play Zoma. 2 Zomas? Give me 2.
No, he does not go for the double. Playing a little bit, holding back just a little bit. Yeah.
In a mirror wall.
Maybe he was saving the room to enter conflict. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh, sure. Of course. Another Spell Canceller maybe here. Yeah.
Well, there better be a trap down there.
We did see the trap metaverse there, but
yeah, that doesn't help.
But the field spell would be worthless.
Right.
All right, so we've seen a pretty easy slap on both sides now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. Going into game 3, and this is losers finals. So we got somebody sitting in the grand finals.
Yeah, that's right. That is. I'll spoil that. That is Ryan Atlas. So we'll see who gets to
of course, another good name. So winner this, loser this goes home. Winner this plays Ryan.
Yeah.
All right, we got a set monster. I think that's Nidoriya that I saw.
Yeah, that was.
And we've got Magnet Synergy. Literally, it's like the same hand as last game, only you have Magnetic Field here instead of Alpha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which might not be great considering that Lucas has the Spell Canceller again.
It's true. Yeah, I think the only trap I've seen from GN is Metaverse.
Yeah.
Which is really just to get the field spell. So he doesn't really have any defensive traps, and clearly no hand traps. So he is relying straight up on just like having such hard synergy at the beginning that he doesn't feel like he needs to stall or defend. Ooh, giant rat.
Yeah, there you go. He's winning the giant rat.
What's
you saw the Zombina earlier. I think that's supposed to be like a
giant rat for Zombina.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it's really good for, I think most warriors are Earth, so giant rat's good there. But we got the spell cancel with the soul exchange.
Yeah.
It's a great card.
He didn't burn the inner conflict there. It's nice to have that option to whether or not you want to burn your skill. So that's good.
Yeah, soul exchange is a great alternative too. Just if you're trying to get your tribute, you're not pushing for a game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Soul exchange.
Oh, look at this! He's summoning Valkyrion the hard way.
Normal summon. Oh wow, he's got it. That cost 4 cards.
Oh man, but look at this! But look how big he is.
Oh yeah, it's unbeatable now. Like giant. Next turn is going to be. Oh well, wait, soul exchange though.
Well, he doesn't have a tribute in the hand, which is why he can't really use soul exchange or conflict right now.
Decks.
Yeah.
Unless he
Oh, nope.
Spear. Oh, he does have hand traps here. Okay.
He does, yeah. So he's just going to have to stall here with the rat and the spear.
If he had Jinzo, though, or Spell Canceller, yeah. It just shows you, like, it's just threatening enough to know, at any time, you worked really hard to get this monster out, but at any time it just go away.
Yeah,
and it so happens that Lucas doesn't have the right hand.
Right.
But it could easily happen next turn, because he's just going to blow over this giant rat. Oh, he's breaking it apart. Looks like. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Damage.
This is why he's a much better player than me. I would have never done that.
Well, I think that he realizes that he could easily get soul exchanged again.
Yeah.
And that's a great part about Valkyrian is that it can break back apart. Something like XYZ can't do that. But Valkyrian can just assemble and disassemble whenever. So he's clearly got more damage mathematically on the field if he splits apart. And it just makes sense here.
And look how big brain this play is. He actually went into the giant rat with alpha, so that giant rat does not get destroyed by battle. Instead, he takes a 50 damage in order to bounce it with the magnetic fields effect.
Oh my gosh, that is true, yeah. Didn't even think about that, so he knew he had a beat on the defensive giant rat.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see game if he's got the sphere for beta.
He's got the one sphere, yeah, this is his last turn. And he's not going to get anything. That's it.
Yeah, he's got the Zombina.
Yeah, but he's gonna just bounce it again the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zombina's defense is mighty. Alpha is just a wimp.
Alpha's
a wimp, and now you know why.
Yeah, exactly. The only play Lucas would have here is to try to suicide, but he would just stop that with one of his back row cards, so nothing's gonna work here, I don't think.
Yeah, dude, that's just a scary, scary back row. You got Shrink too, which is kind of a meme card, but it's gonna work,
Yeah.
It's gonna work. It's the fact it's a quick play spell. It's just, yeah, there's a zombie, and looks like we're trying to just clear the field. There's the Shrink. That's actually gonna kill him. That's gonna kill him.
That's gonna be, hold on, I can do math. It's gonna be 850 and 1400. Yeah, that's gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's over 4.
Yeah.
Wow, way to go, Gian. So good on the brand new deck taking it over. Just goes to show that these things are beating the old stuff for sure. Like Zoma, not scary.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that running no traps, no protective traps against a deck running Spell Canceller, you would actually have a problem, and he did for one of the 3 games, but not beyond that. Just because first of all, Spell Canceller won't always show up like it did here, and then when it does, he just killed it with Valkyrion. So that's your out to something like Spell Canceller.
Yeah, the thing is, I think definitely the thing is that we saw like 5 or 6 different magnet monsters in every game, except maybe the game we lost. So it's just like doesn't matter. At some point, you don't need all the spells. You can. I mean, he had all 3 in his hand for Valkyrian, which is crazy. That's rare. To have all of them and Valkyrian is pretty rare. But
yeah, I think what's cool about this deck is that with the magnetic field and potentially Delta, this is one of the first decks we have in Speed Duels that can consistently special summon every single turn. And I think that's just pretty cool. It just shows that the game is actually evolving and progressing forward as Yu-Gi-Oh! Has in the past.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so...
the hand, I love the hand effects, too. Coming from Dinosaur Kingdom, I played it for so long. So the bouncing is great.
The bounce. Yeah. It's great. It's and It's like you said, it makes it not a brain dead deck, right? Because there's so many different options you can do. Like, yeah, you can just summon Valkyrion and try to kill them with power, but there's also the control aspect you can play to the deck, which is you can just like generate new monsters every single turn, and then if you can't kill your opponent's monsters, you just bounce them back. It's fine. In fact, sometimes that's the better play, like you saw with Giant Rat. So.
Yeah, and just so easy to get it out consistently. You got Metaverse in there. I'm assuming he's probably only... Maybe he's got 2 Magnet Fields, 2 Metaverse. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I'd want to run 4, maybe if you're still feeling like you're not getting it enough, 5 at most. So like 3 fields and 2 Metaverse, but I wouldn't go 3 and 3, because then you could just like draw all field spells and have nothing to do. So
yeah, for sure.
Really
same kind of a little bit of consider there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good. That was the deck I wanted to see win. Let's go.
All right. Well,
move on to grands.
Right. Yeah. We'll find out if it wins the grand finals. It wins the whole tournament. Until then, I'll see you in the next video for those finals. Rook will still be here. So Terra Master and Rook out.